Every January, political leaders, central bank governors, technology executives, and major investors travel to a small alpine town in Switzerland, Davos. For several days, discussions take place between people who shape global policy, financial systems, and technological development. No laws are passed there. No treaties are signed. No official votes are taken. The World Economic Forum has no legislative authority. It cannot compel governments. It does not regulate markets. Yet themes discussed inside those meetings often appear later in global policy debates. Climate finance frameworks, digital regulation, artificial intelligence governance, global health coordination. So what exactly is the World Economic Forum? Is it simply an international conference? A networking platform for political and business leaders? Or something more structurally influential, a place where ideas, relationships, and priorities begin to align before policy is formally written? Understanding the forum requires examining a form of power that does not operate through command. It operates through proximity, through networks, through repeated interaction among the individuals and institutions that shape decisions at global scale. This is the World Economic Forum, and understanding its influence requires separating documented reality from the narratives that surround it. To understand how the World Economic Forum reached this position, it helps to return to its origins. The organization was founded in 1971 by Klaus Schwab, a German engineer and economist. At the time, Europe was undergoing rapid economic transformation. American corporations were expanding globally. Management practices were changing. European companies faced growing pressure to compete on an international scale. Schwab believed European business leaders needed a space to exchange ideas about strategy, corporate governance, and modern management methods. That year, he organized a meeting in Davos called the European Management Forum. The first gathering was relatively modest. Around 400 executives attended. The discussions focused primarily on corporate leadership and business strategy. Politics was not the central focus, but the global economic environment was about to change dramatically. In 1973, the oil crisis disrupted international markets. Energy shortages, inflation, and geopolitical tensions reshaped economic planning across the world. Business leaders could no longer consider corporate decisions in isolation. Government policy, international diplomacy, and financial markets were increasingly interconnected. The forum began to expand its scope. Political figures started appearing alongside executives. Economists, policy advisors, and international organizations became regular participants. The event slowly transformed from a management conference into a meeting point for multiple sectors of global decision-making. Over the following decade, the gathering in Davos continued to attract a wider range of participants. Government ministers attended. Central bankers appeared on discussion panels. Representatives from institutions such as the United Nations and the World Bank joined the conversation. What had started as a business forum was evolving into something broader. A platform where economic, political, and institutional perspectives intersected. By the mid-1980s, this transformation was clear enough to prompt a formal redefinition. In 1987, the European Management Forum was renamed the World Economic Forum. The new name reflected a larger ambition. The organization was no longer focused only on corporate management. Its purpose had expanded to facilitating dialogue about global economic systems, policy coordination, and long-term international challenges. From that point forward, the annual meeting in Davos would increasingly bring together actors from governments, financial institutions, technology companies, and international organizations. The forum itself did not gain formal authority. It could not legislate. It could not enforce decisions. But it had begun assembling a network of individuals whose decisions influence global markets and public policy. And that network would continue to grow. By the time the organization adopted the name World Economic Forum in 1987, its role had already begun to expand. Today, the forum operates as a Swiss non-profit foundation headquartered near Geneva. Its activities extend far beyond the annual meeting in Davos. Throughout the year, the organization hosts regional summits, policy dialogues, and thematic working groups. These initiatives focus on areas such as climate policy, global health systems, emerging technologies, financial stability, and international development. Participants include government officials, corporate executives, academics, non-profit organizations, and representatives from multilateral institutions. At first glance, the structure resembles a conference network. But its scale and continuity create something more persistent. The forum maintains year-round initiatives where members collaborate on research, policy frameworks, and industry standards. These initiatives often involve multiple sectors simultaneously. Technology companies, government regulators, financial institutions, and civil society organizations frequently participate in the same working groups. The forum describes its approach as multi-stakeholder cooperation. The concept reflects a belief that many modern global problems cannot be addressed by governments alone. Issues such as climate change, digital infrastructure, and artificial intelligence governance involve both public policy and private industry. The forum, therefore, attempts to create spaces where these actors interact directly. The organization itself does not pass legislation. It does not regulate industries. Its authority is limited to convening. But convening at this scale can create structural centrality. When the same network of policymakers, corporate leaders, and institutional actors interact repeatedly within a shared environment, patterns of discussion begin to emerge. Certain topics receive sustained attention. Specific policy frameworks become widely referenced. Shared terminology develops. Over time, this process can influence how problems are framed and how potential solutions are discussed. Not through direct instruction, but through repeated exposure to the same conversations. In network theory, institutions that connect large numbers of influential actors can occupy what is sometimes called a central node. Such nodes do not control the network, but they facilitate interactions within it. The World Economic Forum operates in a similar capacity. It gathers individuals who already hold authority within governments, financial systems, and global industries. The forum itself does not exercise that authority. Its role is to bring those actors into the same structured environment where ideas, concerns, and priorities can circulate. Understanding this distinction is essential. The organization is not a governing body, but it has become one of the most visible meeting points within the global policy ecosystem. And that position raises an important question. If the forum's primary function is convening influential actors, who gains access to those conversations?